Fine Sunday here in the City of Angels. Dodgers. Trevor Bauer will be on the mound for Game 4. Dan, any thoughts?
Boy, this guy was unbelievably good in his last one. Struck out a ton of guys in an amazing performance, and all of his pitches were working. Let's hope he brings that A game back with him in this one.
And now in the box, Tony Gwynn. He's been productive at the plate in the series with 6 hits coming into this one. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Should be a picture-perfect afternoon for baseball. 78 degrees at first pitch. And he'll fight this one fouled off to the left as the count goes to 0-2. Hard hit ball to second. Taylor has it. And there are 2 away now. In to hit will be Trent Grisham. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. And he fouls this one off. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Popped him up. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. It's the Padres nothing. Dodgers coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
So he couldn't get the bat off the shoulders that time. Mookie Betts is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the first. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out. Here's Corey Seager. Only 1 hit in 11 at-bats for the series so far. Guys, these Padres, as they take the field this afternoon, they come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year you get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Second inning set to go, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Fernando Tatis Jr. No balls and 1 strike. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out. No one on with 1 down, and in steps the longtime Dodger Mike Piazza. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
Here's Manny Machado now as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Nero, Danny, this LA Dodger ball club as they enter play here this afternoon. They come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, it hasn't been the best of times, Nero. They've lost the first 3 games of this set at home, and the last thing you want to do is get swept in a 4-game series at home. You need to win this one.
Yeah, it can't happen. You can't get swept 4 games in a row on your home turf. Watch for the manager to make. He's going to make moves, and he's going to make them quick. I don't know what they're going to be pitching, hit and run. Something's happening today.
Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. No score here as we play inning number 2. Hit high and deep out to straightaway left. Pollock looking up, and it's gone.
Right now, he can't wait to get to the plate against this pitching staff. 4 home runs in this series. Bet he wishes he could play these guys every single day.
Out in front here is this one scorched foul to the left. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Pollock has to cover some ground, but he gets there, and there are 2 gone. Digging in next, Tucupita Marcano. And to say he's had an impact on the series would be a complete understatement. Coming into this one, he's already amassed 10 RBIs on 8 hits. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. The Padres get a couple of runs in the inning on the 2-run.
Leading up for the Dodgers. The center fielder.
You know, these next couple innings are really important for these guys. I know they're only down by a couple, but they need to get something going on offense to keep pace, even though it's early.
No ball.
He comes up empty that time as he's underneath it 0-2.
He's going to have to set his sights a little lower right there. That pitch was able to get by him. His swing was just a little under that one.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Right side, fair ball down the line. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
No doubt about it. He was looking fastball all the way there, and that's exactly what he got. Got the barrel out front and just blasted it down the line for an extra base hit. Nobody out, runner in scoring position. Great opportunity here.
Get it ready, big boy. This guy's throwing 3 digits right here. The best way I can help the fans is 90 to 92. You can usually see seams. 92 to 95, it starts to really quicken up on you. Over 3 digits, you're seeing a white blur.
Center fielder on the run, but it's the right fielder that gets there to make the catch. And there are 2 gone now. Next up is Max Muncy. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Grisham makes the catch to end the inning. Dodgers leave 1. So here now is the pitcher, Mike Clevenger, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
1 strike.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Well, that's a surprising late swing on a heater, middle cut right there. In a fastball count, he's going to have to turn it up a notch.
The 0-2 once more. Again, he sends it out of play. Now another 0-2. Popped him up. Taylor will wait on it. And he's got it for out number 1. And with 1 gone in the inning, let's give you a look at the current standings in the National League West entering play as you see where the Dodgers find themselves in the division race. Stepping in next, Ricky Henderson. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Scorched to third. Throw in time at first for out number 2. So the next at bat will be Tony Gwynn. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one into in.
We're back now for the Dodgers' 3rd turn at bat, and unfortunately for them and their fans, this lineup hasn't really found its stride this season. At the start of the day, they find themselves as one of the worst teams in the league in hitting the long ball and scoring runs. I talked to one player before the game that told me he thinks things have sort of snowballed on them this year. They didn't get off to a good start, and since then, most everyone has simply been searching for answers and trying to do too much. He admitted it's been a frustrating year, but they have to keep pushing forward and looking for better ways to generate offense. Back to you guys.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Trevor Bauer becomes out number 2 this inning. Mookie Betts stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1.
Man, that's 7 straight strikes to start this inning. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
He doubled up on the heater right there. First one he blew right by him. Second one, timing was on point, and he was able to get a hit.
Justin Turner is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really...
We'll leave it right there as he strikes out, and that ends the inning. All set for the start of the 4th. And next it'll be the outfielder, Trent Grisham. And it's belted high and deep into right center. Going back is the center fielder. Gone to lead off the inning.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in the game.
Up next is Fernando Tatis Jr. as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Swung on and hit in the air again, deep down the left field line. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
Stepping in now, Mike Piazza. Line shot to first, and there's 1 away. So bases are empty with 1 gone, and that'll bring in Manny Machado.
Yeah, Matt, going back to that last at-bat when he hit the homer, that was a fastball that was up in the zone. This guy likes the ball up in the zone, so if I'm on the mound right now, I'm thinking try to keep the ball at the knees and below. He doesn't handle that low pitch quite as well.
At the plate now, Joe Carter, as this is grounded fouled off to the left. Flew out in his only at-bat so far. The 0-1 delivery. This one's down to third. To second for 1. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step. Next to hit, Tucupita Marcano. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. As he rips it on the ground to second. Glove by Taylor. Throw on to Muncy, gets him, and with that they'll end the inning. First pitch on its way. Corey Seager is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. Seager is a big threat in a matchup like this. He's got a ton of pop against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, I think because of his approach. He's not a dead pull guy. You want to try and sneak a piece of cheese in or hang something over the heart of the plate, he's going to absolutely crush it. But anything going away from him goes right into his backpack.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Grisham is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. And now Will Smith. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. Fastball swung on and missed. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff, we'll
have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side. Now at the plate, Mike Clevenger. He'll start off the 5th in this one. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Powers ready. Here he comes 0-1. That's popped up. Muncy has room in foul territory, but this will land untouched. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Liner towards second. Well, this will be taken in at second base. Good positioning for the first out. Next to the plate for the Padres, Ricky Henderson. He grounded out last time up. Swing and a high fly ball out to left field. Back goes Pollock, still ranging back. Now a leaping effort at the wall, but he comes up empty. This one is gone. Home run.
Oh, and that was really close to a long out. The left fielder had a beat on it, and he gave it a great effort, but he couldn't quite bring it back. Instead, it's a trip around the bases.
And there's out number 2. Next, it'll be Trent Grisham. He went deep last time up.
Well, Matty, we know he's got the timing on the fastball locked in. That's what he got a hold of on that home run in the previous at-bat. You do not come off the heater.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. But add on one more as the solo shots. Welcome back to Dodger Stadium. Let's send it down to the field in Heidi Watney. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Smoke toward third. Machado has it. Throw on to first. In time. 1 away. And that'll bring up the versatile Max Muncy. Ball to strike on the outer half. 0-1.
It's no wonder this guy's pitch count is so low. If they keep swinging on the first pitch, he's got a real chance to go deep into this one.
Muncy stands at 6 foot even. Bats left, throws right. He was a 5th round pick during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Hey, when you come out in the middle rounds, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
He's 0 for 1 thus far. Taylor behind, 0-2 the count.
Hey, offense needs to check itself right here.
Looking at a fastball to end the inning. 1-2. Dustin May. Takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and up steps the big bat of Fernando Tatis Jr.
Yeah, Matt, last at bat, that was a pretty good pitch. A fastball down and away that he went out and hooked and pulled it. So if I'm on the mound right now, I'm going to have to think about throwing one up and in and standing this guy up to make that outside corner not as appealing.
And he is out at third, and that's a big mistake there leading off the inning. So now to the plate, Mike Piazza.
He swings and sends it in the air to right center field.
Betts is there, and Piazza will shake his head as he's retired on just 1 pitch. So next to hit is Manny Machado. Lifetime in this matchup, he brings a scary .368 batting average. He also has 1 home run. First delivery to him.
You know, some guys just don't like pulling the trigger in a 0-0 count. They don't like the ambush tactic. They like to calibrate the speed, maybe pick up the break. They want to know everything.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he is into second base with a double. His 3rd hit this afternoon.
You'd think they'd stop pitching to this guy by now. He's been torching them all weekend, and he stays hot here with another extra base hit. They'll be happy when this series is over, so they don't have to deal with this dude anymore.
Into the box, Joe Carter. A swing by Carter, and this one's driven to left. Gone!
Who says hitting isn't contagious? These guys have been feeding off each other all game, and 5 home runs as the result. I'll tell you, you might see some scuffles in the on-deck circle between guys fighting to get to the plate.
And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far. Didn't waste any time, like the first pitch he saw, to keep the inning. Sheffield will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 10.
Here's the first pitch. Popped him up. Seager will put this one away, and the side is retired. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run home run. Bottom of the sixth is straight ahead. It's the Friars 7 and the Dodgers nothing. Raleigh Fingers is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here. Zach Rex is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6. Down the third baseline. The 0-1 pitch. Grounder down the line at third. Taken in by Machado, and a good throw gets him one gone.
Now back, right fielder.
First pitch on its way. As he'll watch a sinker here that misses. It's ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Fouled off. Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1-2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
So it was a swinging strike 3. Mookie Betts goes down for the second out here in the bottom half.
You know, over the course of a full season, you're going to have some clunkers, and this certainly looks like one. By the look on the manager's face, he's going to probably call a meeting after this.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Dodgers thus far.
A swing and a miss at a sinker. The strikeout retires.
Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with the report as we get set for the top of the 7th. Heidi, Tony Gonsolin comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Hit hard to short. He's got it. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Now at the plate is Tony Gwynn. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. And it's fouled away. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Bellinger looking up. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
It's getting pretty comical now. Their 6th home run of the game, and they're not done yet. They say hitting is contagious, and apparently that applies to the long ball. It's looking like batting practice out there.
Line towards center field, and that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
And that'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of this one. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So a 2-run shot to left center, his 2nd of the game, as the blowout continues. So batting practice continues here today as they notch their 7th home run of the game.
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this. I didn't find it to be the truth. I didn't mind hitting at night, but a lot of guys say they see the ball better during the day.
You know what's funny, D-Roll, is I preferred to pitch in night games as opposed to day games. I always thought it was advantage to the hitter, and so far that looks like it's the case in this one right here. They must be seeing the ball really well because they're just absolutely smoking the baseball right now.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Hit in the air out to center field. Bellinger's under it. And that retires the side. Bottom of the inning now. And stepping up as the shortstop, Corey Seager. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. Reined in. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away. First pitch of the AB on its way. Cody Bellinger is in now as he watches a pitch for ball one. Swung on and missed. 1-1.
1-1.
Bases are empty. One man out. And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike two. Fouled away. The next 1-2 pitch. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
He put up a pretty good battle at the plate right there. They finally get him on a 1-2 pitch, but you can see that he wasn't laying down without a fight. He really made the pitcher earn that strikeout.
Will Smith is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike.
I know this guy has a lot of weapons on the mound, but what makes him so successful is that he's aggressive in the zone, getting ahead, forcing action.
He struck him out. The third time he's fanned in the game. Dodgers down. Ready to begin the 8th and set to go is the veteran first baseman, Joe Carter. Now here's the pitch. Line hard deep into left. Pollock is there and he has it for the out.
Up next to the Padres.
Next to hit is Tucupita Marcano. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. That's down into left center for a base hit. Through first and hustling for second. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double. But baseball's a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
Yeah, and you've got to ride these streaks as long as you possibly can, and he's doing that coming in right here. Came into this game on fire with his stick, and he's doing that here.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. Digging in now for San Diego, Ricky Henderson grounded out in his last at-bat. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Bellinger's under it. And that ends the inning. 1 left. Now here's the first offering. A.J. Pollock is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. On a line, that's a base hit into left field. So the Dodgers get their leadoff hitter on base to kick off the inning.
Just a nice, clean single right there. And I know it's not going to probably make a ton of difference in this game. But one thing I love about the competitive fire right there is I don't care what the scoreboard is. We do not give away at bats. And he certainly didn't right there.
And he fouls this one off. Pollock aboard here at first with nobody out. And he struck him out. So he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Edwin Rios will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2.
Can't waste getting
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Tommy Canely enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. All set to start the 9th in this one, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Tony Gwynn. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning. Next to dig in, Trent Grisham. He went deep earlier, and he's 2 for 4 to this point. Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. Betts is back to the track as he takes it for out number 2.
Now back.
Fernando Tatis Jr. gets another chance at the plate here as we look back at both of his home runs in this one. The second coming back in the 7th. Oh, forget about this one. Baba Booey gone into the home bullpen for a home run.
The catcher.
Standing in now, Mike Piazza. Now a ball ripped into deep center field. And he gets there, makes the running play, and that ends the inning. The Padres get one in the inning, and it comes on the solo home. Here's Mookie Betts. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one. So he sets him down swinging. Mookie Betts is sent packing for the first out in the bottom of the 9th. Justin Turner is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Hit in the air down the right field line. Gwynn is there, and folks are starting to head for the exits now. 2 gone here in the 9th. The Dodgers are down to their final out now. And striding to the plate will be Corey Seager. In there for strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over. 11-0 the final shutout total in this one. San Diego put on a real offensive show with 11 runs on